In today's video, we're going to be using our minimal equipment and all of an idea to turn this dirty, old, ratty chassis from this into this. This is our Nissan GQ Patrol giveaway car. If you want a chance to win it, make sure you click the links in our description to either sign up to our Patreon or buy merch from the website. Cheers. G'day, welcome back to another trim video. Now, as you can see, it's been quite wet the last few days, so I actually haven't been able to work on this thing for a while. So it's good that the weather's come good. So hopefully in today's video, we'll be able to get this chassis painted. Now, ideally, if you're going to paint a chassis on a car like this, what you want to do is pull the cab off and get the chassis sandblasted and then paint it. But I don't have access to a hoist, so we're not going to be able to do that. But the chassis is in pretty good nick, so the plan is just to clean the chassis up, Y-wheel it the best we can, and then paint it. We're also going to, once I've got it all cleaned up, I'll jack the car up and put it on blocks somehow. I haven't worked out how yet, but we will block the car up and actually remove the diffs and all the suspension from underneath the car, so then we can get good access to the bottom of the chassis. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to drag out the pressure washer. As you can see, the engine bay is full of leaves and dirt and shit, so we're going to give the engine bay a good clean out while we're going as well. So yeah, I'll drag the pressure washer out and we'll just start giving it a pressure wash and remove most of the bulk dirt and stuff like that. Let's go. Righto, so I've gone through and given it a good pressure clean, got rid of most of the bulk dirt and shit. There's quite a bit of oil and shit all over the chassis, and especially in the engine bay here, just from engine oil leaks and stuff over the years. So I've got some degreaser in this bottle here. It's pretty strong stuff. You're supposed to mix it with water, but I'm just going to use it straight. I'm going to spray it all over the chassis. I'll try and keep it off the paint because this stuff is that strong, it will actually leave like streaks in the paint, which we don't want. So yeah, I'll go through, spray the chassis. I'll get all underneath as well. There's a bit of grease from the drive shafts and stuff flicked on the chassis. So yeah, I'll go through, spray that up. We'll leave it for probably 10-15 minutes and then I'll get the pressure washer and gurney it off again. Righto, it's been about 15 minutes. The degreaser's had enough time to do its thing. So we'll go ahead and pressure wash it all clean. Righto, now we've got that chassis cleaned up as best we can. Now I'm just going to let it dry out and then we'll probably put the car in a better spot because it's a bit muddy and wet and shit here. But we'll put the car in a better spot and then we'll jack it up and remove the diffs out from underneath it. Let's go. The ground over here is much harder than this slop over here, so hopefully we'll be able to use the engine crane to lift the car up and block it up. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to block it up. I've got some tyres over there. I might be able to stack up some tyres and then use a bit of OHS or something to put underneath the chassis. Just jack it up enough so I can roll those diffs out hopefully. Righto, here they are. Let's see if we can wheel these over to the car without getting bitten by a snake. Or a spider.
Next minute.
I knew there'd be something hiding in here. Going anywhere. Now that we had the rear of the car blocked up, it was time to start disconnecting everything that is attaching the diff housing to the chassis of the car. Thankfully, with an old coil-sprung solid axle vehicle like this, there isn't a whole lot, so it's a pretty straightforward job. I'm pretty sure I got everything disconnected from the diff now, so I'm going to go ahead and let it down and hopefully nothing's still attached. The bloody camera stopped recording, but what I ended up just using the engine crane, lifting the car back up high enough so I can roll the diff out. I'll move these tyres, roll the diff out. It was a little bit sketchy, but sketchy's my middle name, so we got it done anyway. Whew. Right, now it's time to start with the front. Get this front diff out. I was half tossing up whether or not I should bloody just pull the cab off. I've gone all this trouble. There's only like 6 bolts pretty much and the cab comes off. The only problem I would have is lifting the cab. Without a hoist, there's not really many options you have to lift the cab. I'm not sure yet. I'll get this diff out and we'll see what we reckon. That's how you know your shocks are buggered, when they don't even recoil. They are. Mate, it's all out of here. I found some more tyres and I got this bit of RHS. It's only small, but it's about, I think it's 4 or 5 mil. It's heavy duty wall, so it should be plenty to hold this up. I hope it is anyway. Now for the fun part, the part I've been absolutely dreading. If you know, you know. I'm about to be pulling these wire strands out of my arms for the next 2 weeks. But anyway, got to do what you got to do. Let's get stuck in the wire wheel and the chassis. Alright, I just pulled this cover off here. Usually any GQ chassis I've pulled these off before, these are absolutely just filled up with dirt and it's all rusted in here. This nut on the bump stop is like basically not even there because it's that rusted. Now this one is in smick condition. There's absolutely not a speck of rust in there, so that's good. I'm gonna pull out the bump stop and pull off this shock tower just so we can clean up around here and also paint the back of the shock tower as well. Very nice. Right, this one's a little bit more like what I was talking about. So as you can see, there's a lot of dirt and rust and shit in this one. The nut on the bump stop is actually all rusted away, so there's no way I'm going to get that off with a socket. So I will have to try and cut it off with a grinder. Right, I got the chassis wire weld as best I can. Now I'm going to grab the pressure cleaner out and just give it one more real good clean. Get as much of the dirt and shit off as we can, and then I'll let it sit and dry out for a bit. I've got a big bottle of wax and grease remover there, so I'll grab some rags and then I'll go over the chassis and just wipe it all down with the wax and grease remover, just to remove any oil and any dirt that's left over. Get it nice and prepped to lay some paint down on it. Let's go. Now for the paint, I've chosen the Valspar TB543. Now I pretty much know nothing about paint, so the reason I've gone with this paint is because I was reading a forum and some guy on there pretty much claimed that it was better than any underbody paint, and it was also better than powder coating. I don't know how true that is, but we're going to roll with it anyway. The guy also said that the paint is a satin black colour, so I got a pretty rude shock when I opened the tin to see this. What the f***? Are you kidding me? Sake. Alright, so it turned out when I went and bought the paint, they actually didn't tint it. So it was literally just a binder. So I took the paint back into town and I got the colour added to it. It's just a satin black colour. Also bought a mixer and a stirrer and a couple other things. There we go, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? I've also got some hardener here, so some activator. The ratio is 4:1, and then I've got some thinner just to thin it out. I'm going to put 10% of that in as well. Alright, let's see if I can pour this without spilling it everywhere. Now you've probably worked out that I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and this is a great demonstration of that. As you can see here, I've lifted up the car and moved my supporting piece of metal out of the way, just so I can spray underneath the chassis in that area. Now I've forgotten to put the metal back into place and gone to lower the car, and it's come crashing down and slipping off the rear mount. Luckily it has just caught itself by the rear quarter guard onto the tyres. It has dinged them up a little bit. We are doing a rear quarter chop on the car, so we will actually be cutting off those part of the quarters anyway. Quickly went round, lifted the back of the car up and put it back on the metal, and we're back underway. Thank fuck for that. I ended up doing 3 coats of paint on the chassis with about 10-minute break in between each one. I'm pretty bloody stoked with how it turned out. Righto, there we have it. The chassis is all painted. Obviously, like I said in the start, it's not the ideal way to paint your chassis. Obviously, it would be better to lift the cab off and get the chassis sandblasted and paint it, but overall the chassis was in real good condition. There's no rust. It was just dirt, so we got as much as we could off there and painted her up. The paint come up good. So yeah, next thing will be to get the diffs built, painted, new suspension under this thing, and should be rolling again, ready for the engine to go in. So yeah, let's go. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.